There's a really, really cool passage of Scripture that simply states this: above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. Above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. What a powerful, powerful thought, that we need to guard this thing right here. We need to guard our heart and guard our mind, because it's out of our heart that we actually live our life, that we experience what we experience. We say what we say. We do what we do. We go where we go, out of this heart. And God says, because the heart is so important, protect it. Well, when it comes to our heart, I don't know that there's anything more near and dear to our heart than our marriage. And in that passage of Scripture, it says, above all else, guard your heart. Man, above all else, guard this covenant that you have with this person, with your husband, with your wife. Guard this heart covenant, because it's out of this covenant, it's out of this relationship that everything else in your life is going to flow. And it is so, so important for us to guard our heart relationship with our spouse. For the marriage masterclass, there's the online courses that you're observing and being a part of, but there's live courses that take place during our Sunday gathering at the church. And in week 1 of our live gathering course, that again is absolutely free. Come check it out, be a part of it if you're in the Visalia area. But in a part of our live course in week 1, we talk about protecting the marriage covenant, protecting the heart of our marriage. And we need to protect it from 3 different intruders. The first intruder is lies. Half-truths, partial lie, partial true. I don't want to get in an argument, so I'll twist it and turn it so that way we just stay above and we don't get down to the nitty-gritty truth of what really happened. We need to guard our heart. We need to protect our heart and our marriage from lies. Secondly, is we need to protect it from laziness. We'll go out on a date next week. We'll fix that later. I don't really think I need to talk to her now. I don't need to try my best emotionally or physically. And we just get lazy in our marriage covenant. But then the last one, and that's what I want to kind of just sit on right now, and just real quick, is we need to protect our covenant relationship with our spouse from the intruder of lust. Lies, laziness, and lust attack our heart in marriage. They attack our mind in our marriage. And I always give this illustration when I'm talking to married couples or doing a marriage conference or whatever, is the example of 3 different bowls. Now, bowls are interesting because you can fill this bowl with ice cream, you can fill it with cereal, you can fill it with rice and chicken, you can put whatever you want in this bowl. But whatever's in this bowl, I'm going to eat. I'm going to feed myself out of the things that are in this bowl. And if there's a lot in the bowl, I'm going to feed a lot. If there's not a lot in the bowl, I'm not going to get much. If there's nothing in the bowl, I can't eat it all. And when it comes to your life and your covenant relationship with your spouse, you have 3 different bowls right here in your mind. 3 different bowls in your heart. One is the actual bowl of your spouse. The conversations with your spouse, the time with your spouse, the images and the memories of your spouse, all of those things are in this bowl. But then you have the bowl of work, of life, of baseball games, just outside of the marriage life. You're at work, you're at school, you're in the neighborhood, you're at the park, and you've got conversations there, you've got images there, there's people that you see there, and this is a bowl that gets full of images and full of conversation outside of marriage. And then you've got the bowl that is full of conversation and full of memories and full of emotions and full of images inside of the marriage. But then, especially in our world today, is you have another bowl full of images and conversations and moments and memories, and it is this thing that we'll just call the internet. And whether that's through cell phone, whether that's through computer, whether that's through social media, there's these type of images of internet, and then also we'll add to this entertainment. So internet and entertainment, this is a bowl that gets full of conversation, moments, images. This is a bowl that we can draw from. So as it comes from internet and entertainment, it comes from the outside life that you live, and then it comes to your bowl of your marriage. These are all bowls that have access to feeding you, to feeding your heart, to feeding your mind, to feeding this marriage covenant that you have. And where we get into trouble is we begin to, on what we have to guard our heart when it comes to the intruder of lust that we're talking about, when it comes to guys. And again, guys and ladies are different, but then sometimes, especially in culture today, they're very much the same when it comes to this. But when it comes to guys, typically on the outside of marriage, whether it's at work, whether it's at the mall, whether it's at the park, whether it's at a school, where it's at whatever, is we, if we're not careful, will begin to pour images of another woman inside of the bowl of our heart. And we'll see her walking down the street. We'll see her bend over just right. We'll take another look. We begin to have a conversation, and this bowl of our mind gets full of images of people outside of the marriage covenant, but this bowl is full. And also what can happen if we don't guard our heart is we can begin to fill this entertainment bowl, this internet bowl, up with images and pictures and videos and things, and now this is full. And the problem with that is now, as we're living life with our wife, as a man living life with your wife, and you've got intimate moments with her, sexual moments with her, images with her, moments that you spend together, and this bowl is kind of full. But the problem now is you in your mind, you have 3 full bowls to choose from. And only one of these bowls is godly. But now, because this bowl is full of images of someone from work and images that I saw and conversations that I had, I can begin to fill up my mind and fill up my heart with images that are not honoring to God, images that are going to break my spouse's heart, or same thing with entertainment and same thing with internet. With ladies, it can be images as well and sexual lust as well, but it also, and sometimes it's emotional ties, it's text, it's conversations, it's a private dinner and a coffee, and now we can pull that into our mind and into our heart and into our marriage at any time because this bowl is full. Or maybe it's in the internet and it's entertainment and it's books that we're reading or movies that we're watching, and mentally we are filling up our mind with things outside of the marriage covenant. What I want to encourage you today is above all else, guard your heart. Above all else, guard the marriage covenant. Guard the marriage bowl. And by that, you need to begin to do everything you can do to not put any images, conversations, things in this bowl right here. You need to do everything you can do, from blocks on your phone, blocks on the internet, movies that you watch, being held accountable to not put any images, any conversations, any outside things into this bowl. So that when you get hungry emotionally, when you get hungry physically, when you get hungry sexually, you only have one bowl that has anything in it. This bowl outside the marriage is empty. There's no images to draw from. There's no conversations to draw from. This bowl right here of internet and entertainment, there's no images there. There's nothing there. But this bowl right here is full. And now I'm drawing images and I'm drawing moments and I'm thinking about the gift that God has given me. And because I'm not pouring anything into this bowl and anything into this bowl, whenever I get hungry, there's only one place I can go, and that's to my spouse. So I want to encourage you. Above all else, guard your heart. Above all else, guard this bowl. Don't let things on the outside fill up other bowls. Begin to guard the gift.